Are you struggling to hit your shots in Bloodstrike? It's not just bad luck. There are habits that might be ruining your aim without you even realizing it. In this video, I will show you 5 common mistakes and how to fix them, so you can start winning more fights. Let's get started. This is such a common mistake, one that a lot of people make, not just in Bloodstrike, but in other games as well. You see a player absolutely dominating and you're like, oh, I need to play like that. So what do? You go straight to the comments and ask for their settings, their sensitivity, basically trying to copy everything they do. Here's the reality: copying someone's sensitivity isn't gonna make you play like them. I hate to break it to you, but that's just how it works. The real secret? Muscle memory. The best players out there have put in hours, probably hundreds of hours, building their muscle memory to adapt to their settings. It's something you have to develop for yourself. Now, Bloodstrike is a fast-paced game. Movement is quick, fights happen in a split second, and it's not like slower games such as CS or Valorant where lower sensitivity can work better. For Bloodstrike, you're generally going to need something faster to keep up with the pace. So, how do you figure out what sensitivity works for you? It's simple. Experiment. Don't just copy what some YouTuber uses. Find what feels right for you. Try running some aim drills, track moving objects, snap between targets, things like that. Once you've got something that feels decent, stick with it for at least a week. That's important because it gives your muscle memory time to adjust. If it still doesn't feel quite right after that, tweak it, maybe make it a little faster or slower depending on what feels off. The key is to give it time and not constantly change things. And hey, if you're interested in a full guide on aiming in Bloodstrike, let me know. I would be more than happy to put that together for you. That random flicking and wild movement you're doing, yeah, we have all seen it. Let me be clear, I'm not saying movement is bad. In fact, being a harder target is great, but if you're struggling with your aim, especially in close range fights, you need to cut back on all that unnecessary movement. Why? Because it doesn't actually help your aim. In fact, it can make things worse. See, when you're flicking around like that, you can barely see your enemy, and you end up relying on sound alone to track enemies, which is far from ideal. Here's the thing, movement should be unpredictable, yes, but it shouldn't completely throw you off. You can still use smart movement without losing sight of your enemy. Instead of flicking around like you're breakdancing, try to keep your eyes locked on your targets while using subtle, controlled movement. That way, you stay evasive and maintain accuracy. Random flicking only makes you slide in unpredictable directions, but here's the catch: if even you don't know where you're gonna slide, what's the point? It can throw off your positioning and ruin your aim. Now, for those of you with poor movement habits, here's a simple fix. Practice strafing while aiming, that's going left and right and aiming while you're doing that. Always keep moving. Standing still while shooting is a death sentence. Mix in sliding or sudden direction changes to keep opponents guessing. Movement and aim should work together, not fight against each other. Train yourself to stay mobile while keeping your crosshairs steady on your enemy. With practice, you will find the balance where your aim and movement complement each other perfectly. Talking about crosshair, players often aim at the ground or keep their crosshair too high or low while moving. It forces unnecessary corrections during fights, reducing accuracy and reaction time. Headshots or critical shots become harder to land. Always keep the crosshair at head level and aligned with common angles where enemies might appear. Practice this in open areas or during close quarters combat to develop muscle memory. If you can't aim at their head level in close range because they're actively jumping and sliding, don't worry, body shots will still do the work as long as you land them. That's why it's so important to practice your tracking. You can do that on running or landing targets. In practice range, even hot zone. You spot an enemy running in front of you and it's that one tryhard you know, the one that destroyed you earlier. Suddenly, you panic, your heart's racing, your aim goes out the window and you just start spraying and praying like your life depends on it. Sound familiar? Here's the thing, I have never understood why people get so intimidated by fighting someone better than them. Sure, they might be skilled, but that doesn't mean they're invincible. Instead of going head to head in a close range fight, try something smarter. Take your distance, reposition, and wait for the right moment to catch them off guard. This tactic works wonders in endgame situations. Those tryhards are usually so hyper-focused on racking up kills that they don't pay attention to the bigger picture. That's your opportunity. Use the zone to your advantage, get to the safe spot spot, hold your ground, and pick them off while they're out in the open, moving towards you. Just hold them. Avoid those close range brawls if you know they're not your strong suit. And here's another pro tip: spend some time in training mode or hot zone. Yep, you heard me right, hot zone is really good for that. Learn the recoil patterns of your favorite guns and practice compensating for them. It makes a huge difference when you can stay in control during a fight instead of spraying wildly. Remember, outplaying isn't about being the flashiest player, it's about being the smartest. Let's talk about awareness. Are you actually paying attention during fights? I have played against so many people who tunnel vision on one target, completely ignoring everything else around them. It's a big mistake. Doing this leaves you wide open to other enemies, especially when a third party crashes the fight. Not only that, but you miss out on opportunities to reposition, disengage, or make a smarter play. So how do you develop a better awareness? After landing damage on an enemy, don't just lock in and commit. Take a moment to look around. Is it safe to keep fighting, or is it time to back off? Use UAVs whenever possible. Knowing exactly where enemies are can help you isolate fights and avoid getting picked off after a kill. Focus on 1v1 fights. Don't just dive into chaos. You'll thank yourself later. Now, let's talk about positioning. This is where a lot of players mess up. Ever notice how some people start shooting the second they see an enemy, even when they're out of cover or in a bad spot? That kind of impulsive decision making leads to missed shots, leaves you exposed, and opens the door for third parties to ruin your game. Here's how you fix it. Prioritize positioning before shooting. Use cover, smokes, or high ground to give yourself the upper hand. Engage only when you have the advantage. Don't rush into a fight unless you're sure you can commit and win. Remember, fights aren't just about landing shots, they're about controlling the situation. When you take the time to play smart, you will win more fights and survive longer. Improving your aim isn't about being perfect, it's about breaking bad habits and building better ones. Start practicing these tips and you will see the difference in no time. If this video helped you, drop a like, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more Bloodstrike tips. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Peace.